Very recently, I was talking to a friend in the pit area about the engine builders, and they clued me into just how closed a system those engine builders really are. Many don't have any sort of online presence or do marketing or advertising because they're not looking for additional customers. There are several builders you can't even call up and get an engine from. They literally won't sell it to you. My friend was telling me stories of established car owners calling up some of these builders and offering to buy multiple engines at a time, money up front, and still being told no. And even for the builders you can get pieces from, there are often very long lead times. If we go back and look at my original list, there are a few different builders that only show up for a handful of teams. That includes Morrison. They provide engines for David Gravel and Gio Scelzi. Charlie Garrett shows up 3 times, Brian Brown, Anthony Macri, and Spencer Baston, and then Capetta. They are only on the list for Casey Kane Racing. And then there are certainly others like Speedway and Shaver that are also more exclusive. Supposedly, there have been deals where certain builders are contracted to just provide engines for 1 or 2 teams. They literally will not build them for anyone else. And that's one reason why engines wouldn't be available. Another is that some builders just want to handle a few teams. They can provide really hands-on, bespoke service with a small operation, and they're just not interested in anything bigger than that. Many of these engine builders, they only have small shops with a handful of employees. We're not looking at large-scale production facilities. One example I've talked about with some friends was the engine in Rico Abreu's cars. He runs steam from Speedway, and those engines, they're almost completely devoid of any super visible branding, not even an oil pan or a valve cover sticker. I'm told there are Speedway logos on the heads, but that they're engraved and difficult to see in videos and photos. A driver with the following of Rico could certainly provide those part suppliers with something to brag about, but Speedway just doesn't care. Some examples of engine builders that you might have some better luck with include Kistler, Don Opt, Stanton, HP, among others, but don't expect to have a brand new piece tomorrow. It could be up to a year or maybe more from the time an engine is ordered to the time it's available to be picked up. For the sprint car teams that are traveling circuits and run a significant number of races each season, it takes a lot of planning in advance to ensure they'll have the engines they need through the course of a season. And then from there, they also need to coordinate rebuilds and repairs. Hopefully you don't blow anything up. That's why it's not uncommon for teams to have 4 or 6 or 8 engines at their disposal. Getting back to that hands-on service you get from these guys building these engines, I'm told that many crew chiefs are in constant contact on a race night with those builders to get information on the best settings for those engines as track and weather conditions change through the course of a program. Tuning these things just right means the difference between winning a race or maybe missing a feature completely.